bit unfair of Messi though. He only had like Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah, he's had a shit team to play with, so
he's carried them.
Ronaldo's had bigger moments as well.
Do you know what? I agree. I think I would rather go play at Anfield.
I'd play in Anfield week in, week out.
Santiago Bernabeu, mate. You don't want to be playing against a Galacticos. You do not.
Mate, you just mispronounced so many words.
Porto won it in 2003. It was called the UEFA Cup. Wasn't the Champions League then?
No, but it was the Champions League.
It wasn't.
It was the Champions League.
It was the UEFA Cup. That was what it was called, and we're talking about the Champions League.
So the whole thing about the 99 squad.
You can count Porto if you want. You're still wrong.
Well, when are we going to rate like the fittest managers?
What?
We're not.
Then that could be a point.
Anyone talking shit about Steve Cooper?
He's
right?
the ugliest.
He is. Gollum.
Zidane is now the only second manager in football to win the UEFA Champions League 3 times, behind Ancelotti. So he's the second highest winner of the Champions League, and he's only been
the best team.
Yeah, of course. The best team is always
easily the best.
The best team is the one.
Took over that
Stop
team
talking over me. The best team is the one that wins the Champions League.
No, this is
Who is the greatest manager ever in Champions League?
It's only one Di Matteo, isn't it?
This podcast is about the Champions League.
Hey,
okay,
so I don't know.
this is so outdated. I haven't been in it for
just
like.
have a football one.
I've been in it for about 8 years.
And you haven't talked about football in years.
Well, that's what I did.
This is filmed.
No, we don't
before-
really do football.
This is filmed before the Real Madrid-Liverpool game, so we don't know what's happening in there.
And are we going all the way back to like 1979, 1980, just the 2 years that Nottingham Forest won the European Cup, or is it?
No, he said Champions League.
What's Dan Richards?
He said Champions
You
League.
gotta win it. You can't be it.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
How dare you speak to a man like that? Have you not even won it yourself?
We're pretending we don't know Liverpool got battered.
No,
No, I'm joking.
We got to pretend. Oh,
that's already happened.
I was just hoping no one
he
spoke
just didn't
about
want
it.
more abuse. Yeah.
What is the greatest Champions League final of all time? And it's between Dan Richards and Mike.
Oh, that means I get to go first.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Granted, Arsenal have only ever been to one final.
Yeah,
They lost.
not that
Let's say that
one.
one.
Not that one then, is it?
Yeah, Barca.
Yeah.
It's got to be Istanbul. Surely.
So
All these questions.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They're just
I had to get the
people,
votes.
aren't they?
Alright, should we vote?
I actually don't even have to sell it. Your turn.
Got a point.
I don't actually thought of a backup to that. All the ones recently have been a bit shit. Like
Yeah,
they've
been a
not
bit
1-0
poor.
or like gone to penalties and shit. I mean, it probably goes without saying it's probably United then, 99.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually.
Everyone loves a comeback story, clearly.
So why is that better than the Istanbul?
Are we talking just the final or like what it meant?
No,
to people?
because they were getting
That season.
because they were getting
Similar
battered for 85 minutes. Is that why?
Still Istanbul.
You know it was shit that final.
Yeah, you were getting battered till the last like 4 minutes, or however
Yeah.
long it is.
That's what makes it even more improbable that we came back.
That one went to a dramatic penalty shootout, didn't it?
No.
Oh, it didn't. Alright.
No, it was just like, within the space.
So true.
Yeah, but you knew your comeback was happening, and I was just like within the space of like
The one,
2
but
minutes.
one thing in their case is that the comeback from Liverpool happened quite early on in the game, and that was a lot.
Yeah, when did
You scored
like
3
an
goals
hour?
in like by the 60th minute, right?
It was like 3-3.
So we had
like
half
an
hour of
or
nothing going.
Yeah,
Well,
and then
it was still
you had
very tense.
You had 60 minutes at 3-0 to be fair, including at
There
the
was
time.
2 goal line clearances in that game.
Yeah, it was
so-
still really good. That Jersey Dudek double save. Oh, I love that man.
Did you see how far he came off
I
his
was literally
line?
about to say, yeah.
Oh yeah, for one of the pens.
Was that
Well,
for
For all of the pens, yeah.
He's like rushing
If
the
he-
player as he's taking.
If
the
he
kick.
did that now, they would have all been retaken.
at his feet by the time he's.
But that wasn't an enforced rule at that time.
No, it wasn't.
So
It should have been.
yeah.
Should-
So
yeah.
he wasn't allowed
So
to
you
do
would have
it,
lost.
but the refs didn't care about it at the time.
What annoys you as well, because like everyone puts that like Milan team on paper, and it's sick, and then you still beat it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
your team was like not that good.
That 11 is
Did-
insane.
did he
It's
harm,
insane.
man?
how good that is.
Djibril Cisse.
Yeah, that's
Milan
so
Barros.
under
Teams
like
awful.
crazy.
Like,
How
when
you
finished
won
the
that?
league that year?
Best performance from
And
Milan
when-
that day was Barros.
Yeah, we're outside Champions League.
That's crazy.
Milan.
I think that makes it even better. You won like
Yeah.
everything.
I'm voting for Istanbul.
Well, of course you
No.
are. I'm never going to win
He
this
wasn't
anyway.
one and a
You
half. He
two.
wasn't hungry. He shat himself.
I'm never going to win this. You got 2 Liverpool fans.
Yeah, but
Sorry, I know how
even-
to
even
appeal to
take-
the masses.
Alright, I'll take out my bias. I'll go Istanbul.
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
fair.
Istanbul.
Yeah, I got fit.
Yeah, I said Istanbul.
Should
Definitely.
have said the Forest Cup final.
Who would you actually vote
You
for?
should have, and then you would have got 2-1
Like, in
lost
terms of
anyway.
the game, it's probably Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Yeah, it's a
I
joke.
think the 9-9 game was a bit shit until the last dramatic bit at the end.
Who is the greatest Champions League player of all time? That's between Dan Locke and Mike.
Wow.
Little Messi. I've said Messi.
Ronaldo.
This is a bit of a different
No,
conversation.
because he's saying in the Champions League.
All right,
Chelsea is Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think it could be Ronaldo.
how many Champions Leagues
He's
did
got-
Ronaldo
You gotta
win
know your stats,
on the-
boys.
on the bounce?
Messi got 3,
That's
right?
why I've just gone on. No, I realise this is a completely different question.
I
now,
know
isn't
he's
it?
won more Ronaldo, didn't he?
Ronaldo's
Ronaldo
got
won
6.
4 back to back, didn't he?
Oh, he's on
He's
5.
got 5.
Five.
Were they
Messi's on
back-to-back?
3, right?
Oh no, he won one
Three
with
back-to-back.
one with United and then
3 back.
4 back
3
to
back
back.
to back and another one
And then another
Real
one.
Madrid.
oh yeah.
Oh, I thought he got
5
4.
years.
It's a bit unfair of Messi though. He only had like Xavi and Iniesta. And all that.
Yeah, he's had a shit team to
Yeah,
work with,
come on,
so
he's carrying them.
Ronaldo's had bigger moments as well.
Do you know what? I agree. I think Ronaldo was. Yeah, he was better in the Champions League. He's more decorated. Sorry.
Yeah.
Decorative.
Yeah.
He comes out with a better
It's a
hairline.
bit of a
Yeah.
short one, that.
It was when he had the
Yeah.
blonde noodle hair.
But overall, Messi is better.
Right, so we're saying
No,
Ronaldo.
that's worse.
Yeah.
What's the hardest ground to play away from home in the Champions League?
Probably gravel.
Sand. No,
Sand's probably
difficult.
worse.
Cement.
Well, you've already lost.
That's physically the hardest.
Sinking sand.
Oh. Yeah, true.
The hardest.
Oh, you mean like density?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
clever. Yeah,
No, I don't
yeah,
mean
yeah.
density. I mean hardest.
Denty.
It's between me and Dan Richards.
Oh, you're first as well. Oh, I'm fucked.
It's gonna be
I
out.
reckon
I'm
what
gonna be
he's going to
honest.
say.
To be honest, your answer may have been good about a week ago.
Oh, yeah, it's not very good anymore.
You were going to say
It's
Bernabeu.
got to be Anfield.
No, see,
Different
I was
big
thinking
nights.
Bernabeu, but you know, Arsenal won there,
I
so it
think
can't be that
I
hard.
said
You've seen your songs for a bit. Oh, sorry, you say your answer first.
Honestly, I don't think there's that many great hard places
It's
to
gotta
play
be Anfield.
anymore.
It's got to be Anfield.
You're taking the piss, aren't you?
You can't say that after what's
Oh,
happened
Yeah,
this
after
week.
one
Yeah.
game, you're going to
Well,
judge a lifetime
Who
of
was it last
victories
time?
and
Was it
big
Atletico
moments.
Madrid that came and spanked
Oh,
you?
yeah.
A lifetime of victories.
There are going to be teams that win at the
We
ground.
have many big nights at Anfield, like apart from Barcelona.
Yeah, when's the
Yeah, what was the any other
Chelsea.
ones? Chelsea
Yeah.
in the league.
What, the goals that didn't count?
05?
Wait, no, quickly,
Was Anfield even
Best
built
ones
then?
like 20 years ago.
Are you taking the piss? So you're going off
Sorry,
05
your
Chelsea?
2 big games are Barca and Chelsea.
before
You just asked for one.
Before
Yeah,
I get
give us
carried
more.
away, let him give his answer so he can't go back on it. Because at the moment I'm backing you because
Yeah,
you're the only
for
one to give
the
an
back,
answer.
yeah.
Clogs are turning. I know. You gotta say. You gotta say it. You know. You
Don't say the forest ground.
Don't say-
That's clever.
It is though, but you can't. You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Bernabeu.
It's the wrong answer.
No, I don't know who are you thinking
What
of.
is it?
San Siro
Oh.
The San Siro, Interplay there.
I already
and AC.
Yeah.
So just they concede more goals there. They have 2 teams
Probably
playing there.
Dortmund's ground actually. That wall. Fortress.
Well, the thing is,
If only they put that in front of the goal.
Yeah. if you look through it though, you can't go by Munchen because Chelsea beat
Sorry?
them in the final. You can't.
Bayern Munchen.
You can
Matt, he
buy
hasn't
it.
eaten yet.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, when Chelsea beat them there, that just ruined the whole Allianz
And
Arena
Liverpool beat
vibe.
them as well.
When Chelsea then beat Barcelona at Nou Camp as well, that was a bit of like, well, they've torn them down. Bernabeu is probably the answer then, isn't it?
Cheers for that.
Stamford Bridge.
Because Ajax went there and beat them
Did
4-1.
Bernabeu.
Did
Yeah.
City
Yeah.
win there last
Yeah,
year?
but
Tadic
like-
was doing roulette spins in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah,
You're
but
right.
like you also lost 5-2, so like they
Yeah,
have
that's
their
what I
bad
mean. There will
games.
be bad ones.
City won there a couple of years
Henri
ago,
went
so
there and
Bernabeu.
ripped them apart.
Yeah,
Messi's
this-
gone there and ran
Well,
past
I
the
wanted
whole
to
team.
say Anfield, alright?
Okay, well,
There you go.
that's
The
So
one thing
I had to go for my second best.
It's not Anfield, but I don't know what it is.
the one thing I
The thing is, you can
It's
say
fine,
any,
yeah.
you can say any
It's not
stadium,
Anfield.
and they all take
Could be Stamford
massive
Bridge, maybe.
losses there.
I'll say any.
no,
like-
it's got to be Nou Camp.
that's not an option.
No, it's not.
I personally think Anfield, and I'll tell you for why.
Because I'm
Because they have a sing song at the start.
Because we have a sing song at the start. Sometimes at the end we do a little woo, 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 a lot of that. But
When you draw 1-1 with
2-2 with West Brom.
West Brom.
No, I'd say that because you look, Liverpool made, was it 4 Champions League finals in 5 years? Oh no, 3 Champions League finals in 4 years?
What, in the 70s?
No, in the last, we went,
We've only made 2.
no, we made
Tottenham,
3. We
Real
lost
Madrid.
2 finals and won one.
Oh no,
That's what I mean. And that means we've played at Anfield in both those legs every
We've got
time.
so many finals now, I forget.
Well, certainly United, they got to like 3 and 4 years.
I thought you were going to say 3 in 2 years. I mean,
Yeah,
that is
but,
impressive.
and that's a good argument for Old Trafford to be like a fortress of a ground.
There you
But
go.
I think our performances at Anfield,
Etihad?
there are more iconic sort of comebacks and moments. Like they always talk about the atmosphere on European nights. There aren't many other clubs that are known for their atmosphere just on
Yeah.
European nights.
You are right.
Dortmund.
So
Dortmund is probably
To say that.
a good
How many of Dortmund won?
none.
No, they've won one at least.
One?
In the
Eight?
97.
Mikey, we got to pick between Anfield or Bernabeu. I'm going to say Bernabeu.
Really?
Would you rather play if you were?
No, because when he said Bernabeu, you went wrong answer.
Why is it Bernabeu?
It's still less of a wrong
Honestly,
answer
I
than
just-
Anfield.
You think?
Really up.
Yeah, I think it's the hardest ground to play. I don't think
I think
that's.
he's just being annoying.
Thing is,
No, I'm
I'd-
not. I would rather go play at Anfield.
I'd play it in
and
Anfield
play
week
against
in, week out, to be
Santiago
honest, right
Bernabeu, mate. You don't want to be playing against a Galacticos. You do not.
Mate, I
You
didn't-
just mispronounced so
I
many
didn't-
words.
I didn't know you spoke Spanish.
The
I didn't know you
Galapagos.
spoke
The
Spanish.
Galapagos
I
Islands.
Yeah, that's-
The
Darwin,
turtles over there.
Darwin Nunes. Oh, Pen.
Galapagos.
Galapagos Islands.
I'll wear it on my chest. Look, that's I'm
What are you,
picking
Chess? The Galapagos.
Galacticos. That's what I said.
The Scousers or the Gladiators?
The Galapagos. That pains me a bit. It probably is Anfield.
You have to decide. Oh, well. I wonder who is going to pick.
Anfield. Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't like how you've tabled these questions as Liverpool answers.
Yeah. Why don't you say...
Well, no,
What's
just because we are one of the greatest Champions League teams ever, we're going to be up there.
Yeah, but you're not really even close to Real Madrid, are you?
Next week it will be football clubs in Merseyside.
Sean Dyche.
Football clubs?
He's not a football club in Manchester.
Football clubs. Sean Dyche. Well, when are we going to rate, like, the fittest managers?
What?
We're not.
Then that could be a point. No,
That's what Arsenal fans
because
go to.
Well,
no, but it's
Why would
because...
Sean Dyche be
I was going to
No,
say,
no, because
Sean
this is
Dyche, you
actually-
said Sean Dyche and he thought, who's the fittest?
I don't
No
want
one's stopping him.
I don't want
Give me
anyone
relegation.
talking shit about Steve Cooper.
He's
right?
the ugliest.
Gollum?
Yeah.
No, the only reason I say it is because
They're
Mikel
nice
Arteta probably would come first.
What, Mr.
If
Lego?
He's
he was
a
looking at
stunning
Steve
guy,
Cooper,
isn't he?
would.
Eric Ten Hag.
He reminds me of Megamind a bit.
Who?
It's not Klopp, fucking hell. Especially before the teeth.
Oh, Ten Hag.
I reckon Klopp could be your type. No,
Who's
you're
type?
just quirky, isn't he? Someone like,
Wow.
just me like a big strong German with nice teeth. That's my type.
You've been on those internet sites again.
Right, next question.
Big German gets dominated by 11 Spanish people.
Which team from what season was the greatest to play in the Champions League?
What?
Wait, sorry.
Sorry, say that again.
I understood
Which-
that. I understood it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
understand
not
that.
just what team is the greatest in the Champions League, but not ever, because the answer is Real Madrid.
Over the season.
Over one campaign.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So over which team won it? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I understood it.
Okay.
I understood
It
the
does.
first one.
Who is
Because
it?
if you say the best, it's obviously Real Madrid, because they've won the
So
most.
are we just picking which Real Madrid season then?
Well, I don't
That
know.
might be. Might be.
Because they are the best.
It's between Kieran and Dan Locke.
There's only one right answers.
I think there is only one. Well, maybe two.
United.
No, it's not. No.
Oh, no,
Take
it's
your
not.
hat off sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, especially when you go inside for dinner. I've literally drawn a
Poker
blank
face.
on. I'm gonna say the.
Depends what year he says as well, because there's a few.
Yeah, I'm going to say wrong in a minute.
Mike's road to
Probably
Hampton.
wrong.
I think there are a couple. I don't think there's one clear answer.
There
and
is.
I think
There is.
yeah, but you've said that. If you don't
There's
now
no
say
debate, so
that
it'd be
one
really
real
short
answer.
video.
Oh, I'm saying the one real answer. It's just whether you say it first.
Oh right,
That's why
okay.
I'm quiet.
Because I've got a couple I could go for.
We're going to need one.
Well, apparently there only is one answer. I'm torn between their rivals.
I'm going to start that stopwatch again.
I'm gonna go for just because of the game.
So you know what our mum said, can you hurry up your podcast?
You got this bit.
I'm gonna say the Real Madrid side.
Wrong. Sorry.
Wrong.
I think it might be
Sorry,
wrong.
mate. Tie wins.
I'm gonna say the Real Madrid
Dan
side.
Locke, but yeah.
The Real Madrid side
Oh,
that.
sorry.
So I stop the timer. I'm going to say the Real Madrid side, the one that I've forgotten the year now as well. I think it's,
Oh,
Great
I think it's
start. Great argument, that.
the year they beat us, the one where they
Not
played,
Carris and goal.
no, the other one, the one where they beat us in the final. They
Beat
played.
us.
They played.
Oh, the
Oh,
last
yeah.
one. Yeah,
I
the
gotta agree with
last year's one. Sorry, yeah.
They won so many clutch games. Man City
Yeah.
They
won.
beat PSG, Chelsea, City, and then us.
Yeah, and Chelsea were the...
Yeah, I think that's got to be the
Hold it
They
before
hardest.
were
that,
the
so-
underdogs in every game, to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I don't know the exact year.
So you
Just say
lose
the
then.
team they
My
played.
culture's swine.
So it's Barcelona's the team,
Yep.
2008, 2009.
and it's the one where in the final they
The
beat
header.
United 2-0 at Wembley.
Is that
That's the
08,
wrong
09?
answer.
That's not that one.
What?
I think my side's better than that side.
What?
What's the right answer, Mike?
2010-11.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, shut up!
You
You
said 08-09.
No.
I was saying it.
No, I said I don't know if it's 2010, 2011 or 2012.
Oh, wait. Which one? In Rome or in Wembley?
Wembley.
Okay.
Wembley won. So they beat Man United 2-0.
No, that was at Rome.
That was Rome.
They beat them 3-1 at Wembley.
He's talking about
3-1 at Wembley. Sorry, I am on about the one at Wembley, the one where Messi, where like Rooney scored that goal and then Messi came back and scored. That Barcelona season is what I'm on about.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking.
Yeah, I knew it. You've got to be that one.
Yeah,
It's that
08-09.
one. Yeah, but it is that one.
Or to be fair, I think the
So-
Barca team with Neymar,
Yeah.
Suarez and Messi that beat Juventus is very good.
So they won like 09 or something, but then Inter Milan won a year. The next year, and then
Shouts
Barcelona,
by Mourinho,
and then Barcelona came back, and that's what the one where they had that bit in the teeth. That's the one I'm on about.
Yeah, they were getting near.
I probably agree. I was more worried about saying the wrong year of Barcelona, so I didn't. So I said a different team.
I think any
We're all
of those
friends
Barca
here.
teams-
You can just say, like I said, I'm not exactly sure which one, but it's
I
that.
thought you made yourself look stupid, but I think less of you because of what you did.
Yeah, I'm actually not picking you because you said that.
We'll see about that.
No, I'll be honest.
Oh,
I would
Real.
vote for him as well. I think that Real Madrid.
Have a bit of a debate
This,
first.
honestly, this has been the worst podcast for debating. We're just giving up.
Yeah, no, you're
the
right.
first.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I was going to say the first
There's
person.
a more
that
clear
gets
cut
this.
answer. I think that Real Madrid side is better than the one they originally said, though. I think the games they played and the comebacks they did were.
Should we just debate between
I think
that
that-
Oh, wait,
Barca team and
no,
that Real
no.
Madrid
I
team?
think
10, 11.
that campaign's probably better, but the actual team, the Barcelona. one-
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
I think that
Yeah.
there's a better squad and they were probably better at football. But I
What's the
think
question?
But are
the
we
better
debating
Champions
the
League
cap-
team. It's like
Are
the
we
better
debating the
Champions League
campaign or
performance.
the
team.
actual
What's
team?
the
I was
question?
thinking the best team in the Champions League.
Well, I want to
Yeah,
hear the
but
wording
then
of
you
this
could say a
question.
team that hasn't actually won it had a better,
Yeah.
had a better team. Because you could say that.
Yeah, what
You
team's
could just
the
say the
best?
Man City
The best
Centurion
team.
team.
That's
It's not. It's not
Yeah,
about.
you could say a City team.
It's
The
not
Centurion
about-
team, you could
It's the
say
best
that.
team to win it.
Okay, so we established it's not about the campaign. It's about
Well,
the best team.
No, it is about the campaign.
No, it's not. It's
No,
the
because
best
they have to
team.
have won.
No.
You clarify the
Okay, no.
question.
Right, say you've got two amazing teams and one had harder games, one had easier games. That doesn't make those two teams. That doesn't mean that the one who had the harder games is better in completely different eras. It just means that team had easier
That
teams.
Real Madrid-
If they played each
yeah.
other, I believe that Barcelona team would still beat the Real Madrid team.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, but you could argue that.
So you can't say they're a better team just
You could
because they had
argue-
harder games. They can
okay.
only beat what's in front of them.
Right, you could argue the City team.
That neck went up there.
Why is he shouting at me?
The City, the City team in the Champions League, well, even this year, you could say is better than. It's not better than those
Just get
sides,
Ronaldo
but
to like
Should we just agree that
Where are you
Barca?
going with this?
yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think it's necessary. I think you've got to account for the campaign because they
I think
had.
you're a
They
bit
had
hurt about
I don't think you can
Liverpool.
possibly.
Fine.
I think you could account for the campaign and take it into consideration, but it's definitely not the overall majority that thing that you got to think about because that's unfair. You cannot say, "Oh, I'm going to base my vote off a team because they played harder teams in their campaign when the other team played 10 years earlier against different teams." That's unfair because you don't know whether the Barcelona who would have played in that Real Madrid campaign could have smashed all the teams that Real Madrid played. And you don't know whether Real Madrid might have smashed
Yeah.
the teams Barcelona played. You
yeah,
don't know.
but if we account for the campaign, then that supports my argument.
Well, yeah.
Do you think that Real Madrid team's better than the ones that did it like 3 years on the bounce as well?
No.
I think.
I think you've actually picked the weakest Real Madrid team.
Yeah, I was more.
I think he was going for the campaign, wasn't he?
For the
Ronaldo,
campaign.
Benzema. there's-
Benzema.
I was more rooting for the
I
campaign.
mean, they got
than
battered
the-
by City at the Bernabeu. They only scored too late.
Yeah, no, I'm just backing
Yeah,
the
they kind of shouted
campaign.
their way through it.
I think the Barcelona team. I said this mid argument.
Who is the greatest Champions League manager of all time? It's between Kieran
We're talking about the campaign. Or are we talking
and Mike.
I wanted to go for this one.
Oh,
to
I'll
be
tell you
honest.
what.
I think I know
there's a
who it
massive
is.
shout in there.
I know what you're going to say.
I hate these. My memory is
I
dying.
actually have my answer for this. As
I
well.
think what I think
So
is
wait,
the
when
right
I say
answer.
my
To be
answer,
honest.
I want to be clear. If I do say Roberto Di Matteo because he has one of the best win percentages in the Champions League,
You would be wrong.
Statistically, you're actually right.
statistically, he's played
You assume
one
you
final
assume
and
wrong,
one.
William.
Yeah.
Says a lot. Managers though,
What? Had one final.
and one.
I
But
think
they brought in. No,
Oh.
Matteo only did the semi-final.
I think you do have to take into account. I think obviously they would have had to do a full campaign,
No.
and I do think you have to take into account the level of team they're playing against.
So he's got a lot.
No, I'm sorry.
Is it
A
count?
manager that's
Five
won
there.
it like once and they got
Yeah,
a
we're
bit
not doing
lucky.
this just
Like
on one
that's
season. We're doing
no, this is their whole
ever.
career. Like
Oh, ever.
Oh, the best,
yeah.
best
I
manager,
think
manager
best- I
ever.
think then just
Yeah.
performance.
Did you not hear?
Best
Yeah.
Ever.
Listen to the question.
Okay,
boys.
oh,
Honest,
easy
I was
answer.
ready to
Easy.
go, but-
All right, easy answer. Sorry, Mike Zidane.
Oh, I don't think so.
Zidane showed up, won 3 and dipped, didn't he? Pretty much.
I
Did
still
he
don't
only have
think.
3 Champions League seasons?
I still don't think it's him.
How? He won 3 on the bounce and then stopped, and then they didn't win the following year.
Yeah. Recency bias.
Recency bias. No one has a better Champions League season to winning percentage than him.
Who's going against
Roberto
you?
Di
No,
Matteo.
Roberto Di Matteo.
it's Mike.
Oh, who do you
Mike was going to say
I think I've
Zidane.
got 2 that are better than that.
I think I definitely have one that's better than that.
Who?
You were both wrong.
I was going to pick between Ancelotti and Mourinho, so I'm going to say
Yeah,
Mourinho.
I was thinking Mourinho.
Mourinho.
The Porto.
That's, yeah, that is
The
exactly
Porto- that just-
the
that
Porto,
wins him
that's-
instantly.
Ancelotti's won 5
Ancelotti's
as well.
won more, but
Yeah.
I'm going to say Mourinho.
I think Mourinho.
The Porto game.
Besides the Porto and the Inter team, he shouldn't have.
Yeah,
they're not
exactly.
gonna do Ancelotti's team.
And he shouldn't have even won with that Chelsea team.
Inter Milan is, mate, he's done 2
They were-
mad
They
seasons.
were good against Bayern Munich. You know that Drogba header.
You better get ready.
I'm going to Google stats.
No,
I think you're miles
Team
off.
Ter was there.
Why did I
Who's
think
he
that
gone
was
for
Mourinho?
Mourinho? I don't see how Mourinho's a better Champions League manager. He's
Who did
won
you say Zidane?
Zidane.
Yeah.
He's won less than Zidane,
I think-
and he's competed in about
I think
eight
if-
more Champions
I
Leagues.
think if you
or
said
something.
Ancelotti, you'd have more of a.
We just
Has
said
he won
that.
less than Zidane?
He's won 2.
Mourinho. He's
How
won
many
3.
is- how many is
I
there?
thought he won one with
3.
Chelsea.
He's
No.
won Porto,
No, that was Inter.
Porto, Inter.
Inter.
Oh,
Just those two.
do we count Porto though?
Maybe
'Cause
they
it
have
was-
won
Maybe
two.
he's won 3.
Do we count Porto?
Wait, was it UEFA? It was called the UEFA.
In
Cup, though.
04?
We're calling it the Champions League, aren't we?
They won the
In
Champions
04?
League.
Is it Champions League or was
We've
it
been
the
talking
UEFA
about
Cup though?
Man United in
No, they
99.
won the Champions League.
Yeah,
They
they were
won
talking
the
about
Champions
United
League
in
when they won.
'99.
Are we
Yeah.
sure?
God, you
Because we won it
20 years
in
ago.
05. It was the Champions League. You're telling me the season before it wasn't?
Yeah,
I
but
don't think it was.
they were talking about '99 winning the Champions League.
So Zidane's won it like 3 times, but we just said how good their team
Porto
was.
won it in 2003. It was called the UEFA Cup. Wasn't the Champions League then?
No, but it was the Champions League.
It
Yeah,
wasn't.
was the Champions
It
League.
was the UEFA Cup. That was what it was called, and we're talking about the Champions
Well,
League.
so the whole thing about
No,
the
'cause United won
'99
the
squad.
Champions League.
Alright, you can count Porto if you want. You're still wrong. Who wins 3 Champions Leagues back to
Yeah,
back?
but look at the team he had.
Back to back.
Look at the team he
Back
had.
to
We
back.
just said how good that
Yeah,
team
look at the
was.
team he had. The fact that Mourinho's in with the shouters because the 2 teams he won it with
They
Oh
were-
yeah.
should not
He was,
have won.
going
it.
against, he was going against the Barcelona team that we just said that was incredible.
Yeah, no, those 2 Champions League winning sides shouldn't have won, should they? They were obviously good. They won a
Sorry.
Yeah,
Champions
they're
League.
good, but they weren't nowhere near favourites.
They weren't. Yeah, but
Always
who
soft.
is like?
Whereas
like
Zidane had like a world class
Would you
team.
give that?
Zidane had a world class team, yeah, but he won 3 Champions League back to back. That's ridiculous.
decent.
There's no debate.
I'm not saying it's
Oh
not
yeah,
good.
I could have managed that team.
Yeah,
You
done
couldn't
that.
manage
You
our
could've.
Sunday team.
Sam Allardyce could have done that.
You've not said that. I managed our Sunday League team and we won 3-0.
Right. Well, I changed my
So I've
answer
won
to
then,
Dan. No, I don't.
Thank you,
I think
Zidane.
Ty, you start talking. You know it's
Mourinho
Zidane.
Who do you think it is,
He's
Ty?
done 2
I-
shithouse performances against United.
I think it's
And then-
Ancelotti, but
Ancelotti, yeah.
I
was
think
surprised-
Ancelotti is
I was going to
better
say
than
that,
Zidane.
and he's also had like incredible teams. So I was
How many?
yeah, but that's okay. You can't say that though because best teams and best managers win
Yeah, no.
the
Yeah, they should.
competition.
All right. Did
Well, I can
Mourinho?
underdog sometimes.
Okay, sorry. Did Mourinho not manage Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Did he win it with them?
No.
Did he not?
Who else has Zidane managed? Just Real Madrid.
Yeah, he's only done it
Tim
once.
Hop.
He's done
Yeah,
it 3
no one else
times.
wants him. That's why.
He's tried 3
He's
times.
dipped and he can't get a job.
I'm
back.
convinced. Am I wrong? He's only tried to win it 3 times, and he's won it all 3 times, and then he stopped because he got bored because it was too easy for him.
The only thing,
Or he had a
Or did he have the
world-class team.
season before?
no, because I think he did come back. He came. Did he come back for a tiny bit?
I think he came back and won it again. Actually.
we
Did he?
I don't know.
What, 4th? Did he win the 4th
Really?
one?
Don't know.
No, he didn't.
I mean, I will check just so we
He's
can.
not allowed to check. He's not allowed to.
No,
research.
it's more just so.
Who was managing Forest?
Every time Kieran speaks, Dan
Brian
yawns.
Clough.
I
Him then.
think Brian Clough. I thought that's what you were going to say.
I thought that's who you were going to say.
But
Well,
you
you're gonna
guys said
pipe
we
him
weren't allowed to go that far back.
Well, he said we're not
Champions
even
League.
allowed
Wait,
no freeze.
Champions
We're talking about the Champions League, and it wasn't Champions League.
Champions
then.
League was 99 still.
If it's anyone,
I think
then
it
it
changed
is
in
Brian
the
Clough,
early
obviously.
90s.
But I didn't know we were allowed to say that.
Who was managing Villa when they won
Steve Bruce.
it? I don't think it was it? He was probably still playing then.
Zidane is now the only second manager in football to win the UEFA Champions League 3 times, behind Ancelotti. So he's the second highest winner of the Champions League, and
That's
he's,
a
and he's
quick
only
game.
been
With the best
in.
team.
Yeah.
Would you,
Yeah,
yeah,
with
of course,
the-
the best team is
easily the best
The best team is the
Ancelotti
one.
took over that team and
Stop
won it
talking
again.
over me. The best team is the one that wins the Champions
No,
League.
this is
now.
no, but this is not true.
How is it? All right, so the best team that year wasn't the team that won the Champions League. No.
No.
How do you decide
I see
what the
what
best?
I see what you're coming.
Yeah,
from.
exactly.
I see
So
where you're
how do
coming
you decide
from.
what the best
I would
team
say,
is?
but would you say that-
So were they bad teams, were they?
No, but they didn't have as
I
much
just don't think
quality.
Porto was the best team
All right, Rafa
in
Benitez
the
then.
competition.
They utilised their team.
Rafa Benitez, that Liverpool
He's
side that
good
won it
manager.
shouldn't have won it, should they?
Yeah, he was a good manager.
Yeah, he's
But was
probably
he-
better
was
than
he-
Zidane. No, I'm joking.
He's only done it once though, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Mourinho.
Or he's won them.
What are you on about?
Go on, Ty.
Ty.
I think I would have gone Zidane.
Zidane's the clear winner
I would have
there.
said Ancelotti over
Zidane.
Zidane's won more.
To be fair, Zidane's clearly not the winner, so it's 2-1.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I'm not letting this go. He's won more, and he won
Well, you've
3
lost, so
back to
you're
back.
gonna have to let it
He's
go.
only done it like 3 or 4 times.
Unlucky.
Marino done it twice.
Sounds like
He's only won it. He's only won the Champions League twice. He's won the UEFA
Who's
Cup.
better, Phil Jones or Gerrard? He's won it more times.
Oh,
There you go, there's your argument.
has he won it more times?
Yeah, but he did 3 back to back
Phil
as
Jones,
well.
he's won one. No, Premier Leagues.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Champions
Steve
Leagues.
Gerrard's won 3.
Premier Leagues.
Yeah, City are getting on the Premier
Oh
League.
yeah, fair.
Oh,
That's a good point.
Let's not get political.
But then there's a
Phil Jones
couple,
for about
Jones
3
gets
then.
4 then.
couple votes for Phil Jones. Yeah.
He's still
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
Something funny.
I'd give him a high five if I was closer.
Right. Next one.
Oh, I thought he was going for one.
Who are the biggest bottle jobs in the Champions League?
These 2.
And it's between me and Dan Locke.
Do you always get to vote first?
That's so bad.
Oh, me. That's a really good question. That's a really good question.
Thank
That's a thinker.
That's a tough
It's
one.
difficult for these, but
I think for me, not obvious, but almost like a clear answer. Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
teams.
Okay, fine. You just think their history, or just like
Yeah, just said that. I think
Yeah.
that. Well, yeah. For
Okay.
me, it's Juventus. The amount of finals they get to.
yeah, good shout.
But they've won one.
No, and Buffon I think's made the most finals and never won it. They lost to Real Madrid twice. They've lost to AC
Barca.
Milan, lost to Barca. I don't know if they've.
Have they ever won the Champions League?
Does it make them bottle jobs?
I've got
Well,
the
yeah,
answer.
because they keep losing.
Yeah, but like, I think with bottle jobs, are like you're winning it and then you like fuck it up.
Is that not what getting to a final and then losing is?
If you get to that many finals,
And not to win one.
yeah.
Like, go on, Dan. He's got
I
gold
think
here.
I think there's a team, right, who should have won plenty by now, should have gone a lot further than they have done, and I think that's Man City.
It's a great return.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
Oh, I didn't even see that coming.
I didn't see that
They're
coming.
so much. They're so big at bottle jobs that they don't even make it to
They
the
don't make
finals.
the-
And then when they did, they lost to an
They lost to a,
average Chelsea
a
side.
shit Chelsea side.
Yeah.
But oh no, but they were probably the best team in the world then, weren't they?
Pep Guardiola was 2 inside his head, so he played like 8 midfielders.
Oh yeah, he fucked that
That
so
does annoy me
bad.
actually. We say like we say like
You're good
champs
right
of
now.
Europe.
I just seen how many
Usually
they've won.
not.
No,
Like,
because
Chelsea won it and then they came what, like 4th that
Yeah, they got
season,
like
wasn't it?
they
Well,
can't
won
if
it
they're,
last time they came like 10th.
if they're not the champions of England, it's
Yeah.
like are they really the champions of Europe?
Yeah, exactly.
The one thing I would say is that City have only made 1 final.
Yeah.
So like, I agree
But
with
they-
I
but
agree
like-
with you.
but
I agree with
They
you.
they play
I think.
not that hard. It's like when they lost to
But I
Monaco.
also think
They've
if we
been
write,
favourites for
or
a
if we
long time.
read it back a bit, they're so much bottle jobs that they should be winning in the quarters and the semis.
Hello.
Hello.
Good day.
Did you bring food?
I've got any food about you.
Who's more of a bottle job in the Champions League, right? So
Excellent
Juventus or Man City?
Man City.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because they've been favourites
No,
to win it for
Juventus
so
have
long.
made.
that's very recent.
They've lost
bias,
7. Juventus have lost 7 Champions League finals.
Did they deserve to be in
Just
them?
that, yeah.
The question is like,
Thing
we're
is,
thinking about recent ones.
the
Did
issue-
they deserve to be there?
There's a more bigger issue at hand here. If we're using stats, then technically there's just a factual answer, and that's
Man
it.
City.
This needs to be a debate of people agreeing,
Well, no, it
rather
should
than
be-
looking at stats.
No, it should be
Yes,
Man
sir.
City because they're more of bottle jobs because they can't even make it to finals.
They have made it to a final.
One.
Yeah, but I
Juventus made it to 7. Like that makes them less of bottle jobs.
That's so entering the podcast.
quickly while you're here, while we're doing it, who's the better Champions League manager?
Wait, shall we
Who's-
just rattle
no,
through all
no,
of them?
because he'll agree with
No,
us.
don't say who.
Yeah,
Just give me a quick-
I'll
he'll
just
agree with
answer the
us.
questions.
A quick fire this or that.
Just be yourself, man.
No, he'll agree with us.
Don't be swayed by this.
Don't let him talk.
No, we don't give any of our opinions.
So no one talks quick fire this or that. Just
Just
read
off
them
time,
off.
just
Read
off
them off.
time.
Who's your best manager?
The greatest Champions League final of all time.
Chelsea Bourne.
Oh no! Just go back. No,
It is.
no, it's not.
It was.
No, we
You honestly
voted.
think?
No.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, we voted Istanbul,
It
so
was a good fight.
Yeah, but it's a bad one.
It wasn't as good.
it wasn't fun.
You getting back
Until
to
the
the
last-
game.
That's
In
what
your
it
bit.
is.
That's your opinion.
Anyway.
You now know his opinion doesn't hold much
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna
Yeah.
Mike said it was a good final.
Greatest Champions League player of all time.
Ooh. Can't be Ronaldo, innit?
Yeah, that was pretty
Dan, our first pick
straightforward.
and pick Messi.
Got slapped up.
So
Still expect you to
You need slapping down.
Yeah.
Hardest
You get
ground to play away from home in the Champions League.
Ooh. Is Dortmund one of them?
I said that.
Gotta be.
That's just.
It wasn't. Was it? But
Mike
you can
said
say
it wasn't one
that.
the
You don't have to.
Well,
You can come up with your own one.
going around the ground, so I'm going to say Dortmund. Yeah, I think it's got the most intimidating atmosphere.
What about Anfield or the Bernabeu?
What, after this week?
Yeah,
based off one game.
Bernabeu's up there.
Then I'd say it's Anfield.
Well, teams now go score 5 goals against that Anfield, so can't be that hard.
You make one
They,
mistake.
they live off one game against Barca, bless you.
That's
It's
what I
not the
said.
one game we
No,
have.
wait, what was the other one?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Then
They have two. They have
we
two
played each
games.
other like 3
Like
seasons.
ghost goals,
Games of
they
3
shouldn't count.
seasons. We went there and I think out of 2 of them it was
You're
like
in the
one,
Prem though.
one
you're
apiece,
talking,
wasn't it?
aren't you? Or are you talking
We beat you in
In
07 in the
Champions,
semis. We
Champions.
beat you in 05 in the semis.
It was a goal that didn't even go over the line, did it?
Well,
How intimidated that ref was from the atmosphere.
the year,
What did the line say?
the year after we went and won 3-1 at Liverpool and then got through in the next stage and that's when we got to the final. So
what team had the best season in the Champions League? So what team's the best to ever play in the Champions League? Not just ever, like
Just the
Real
1
Madrid,
year.
But
yeah,
1 year.
the 1 year that team, the Madrid team when it was in its prime, not towards the end, or the one where we played. No, I don't know why I say we. The one against.
He does that a lot. Do you
You're
remember
one of
that
the
video?
gladiators, aren't you?
No, Galapagos Islands.
Galapagos.
Yeah, that's part of that. The game against it ended against Liverpool, that one, because you had all of the top
Which one?
players.
That's
including Ronaldo.
2 seasons.
slapped
They did
twice.
that
The first
twice.
final.
The
Carriers
first one.
final.
The Carriers final, yeah. I know they got lucky, but I think that was when all their players like Bale, Ronaldo, they had Modric, Kroos all ticking.
What about the one when they did? They played like City, Chelsea, and
It's not time to squirm this in.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
talking last year?
yeah.
Bollocks. No
Yeah.
chance.
See.
Mate, honestly,
that's the hardest
Chelsea
campaign.
and City should have beat them.
Well, yeah, but they didn't.
No,
Have
no.
you seen shit
And they
streak,
got
mate?
through
So
something,
is that-
but not
Shit
through.
Yeah, but is that not? Does that not make them the?
No,
No, right.
no, it doesn't make them the
Any other
best
teams?
team.
Any other teams you can think of? Good Champions League ones.
I
Maybe
think-
like-
I think when Brian Bertrand was flying down the left.
Who is the greatest manager ever in the Champions League?
It's only one Di Matteo, isn't it?
That's win record, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Simple.
My man's never lost in the Champions League.
My man.
Yeah, my manager.
Bournemouth, mate.
We've
My
never
man.
lost.
My man from Bourne.
Matteo did exist, and we live in a world of punks.
If I was a worm, would you still kiss me?
Oh no,
If I was a HDMI game, we still plug me in.
it's between Mourinho, Ancelotti, and Zidane. I'll probably go.
That's just.
I'll probably go Ancelotti.
That's actually the
play.
right answer.
'Cause-
With the other two,
No, that's actually the correct answer,
Were
but we didn't
Mourinho
go
and
for
Zidane. So
I
out of
still
those
won
two,
anyway,
who'd you go
still
for?
won anyway, so.
Mourinho won.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because you've got Zidane, who's won 3 back-to-back. but he's-
Best team.
He's lived off Ronaldo, whereas
Yeah.
Mourinho's done it with Inter. So
And Porto.
and Porto.
So clear winner
Wasn't
then.
really a Champions
Yeah,
League, was
I'd
it?
have Mourinho second.
I can't even remember what the next question was.
It was the bottle jobs.
Oh, he already decided City.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't voted though.
City.
No.
Definitely City.
I said Juventus.
It's probably, City's more recent because like, we probably think of that one.
Juventus is
But-
quite recent though, isn't
He's
it?
got his history book out.
Yeah, but it's still quite recent.
You get to 7 finals and not win any of them. How much of a bottle job do you have to be?
Man City.
But I just think Man City
Man
just
City
is,
have only got
like,
to 1.
They've been the favourites for like
They
They haven't
10
had long
years.
enough. They boo the out
Yeah,
from
you
They have
could
lost.
tell.
They've lost to Spurs, like Monaco and shit teams.
Yeah, they
Yes.
they lose to
Chelsea.
shit teams.
You could say Man City, like he said, Man City are probably they were favourites for all the ones they played in, weren't they?
You'll never forget when was it Tottenham when they went to Etihad and Sterling scored like a
Yeah.
last minute goal.
Scenes.
It was the
And then they got
Llorente.
VAR'd.
It was the Llorente handball into the goal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's checking. He's checking it.
Checking the years.
Was it in the Champions League?
What are we looking at? Sorry.
Was it Porto in the
I was
Champions League?
trying to find out what the name was. The Porto. It says it
You were
was.
born in like 2002. Let's trust it from us lot.
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
We
it's
got
not
age on
saying-
you.
It's the information on the internet is very much against me at the moment. I'm being honest and digging.
Did
But you
Porto
can't
win it?
trust what you see online, right?
No,
Did
that's why I
Porto
don't
win the
believe.
Champions League? Yes, they did. 2004, you went to the Champions League final. Man of the match was Deco, by the way, and it was played at the Arena Aus Schlosser. 53,053 people played there.
What played there?
Watched.
Fuck it, that's a tight pitch, isn't it?
That's because they all say we won it. So
That was all my questions. I was going to see if anyone had any of their own ones for the Champions League.
Was it you had a good one earlier, didn't you?
What?
Something about would you rather?
Oh yeah, right. Would you rather be blind in one eye?
This is so stupid.
What? So carry on. Cheers for listening to the fastest growing podcast.
I
You
heard
can't transition like that.
I heard the clip being about to make of me saying my answer. It wasn't going to be good.
You make the clips, just don't make it.
No, he edits it.
Oh,
No.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
Right, thanks everyone for listening.
Right, see you in a bit.